The next sound is the Bosendorfer. Next we have a bright grand. Followed by a mellow grand. A warm grand. The next sound is a pop grand. The next sound is a jazz grand piano. And the last sound within the group is a rock grand piano. Not only does a digital piano need to sound great, but it needs to feel great. This piano has a graded hammer action, which means on the low notes it feels heavier, and as you progressively work up, it feels lighter, much like an acoustic grand piano. The next group are the electric pianos, and first up we have a stage electric piano. Followed by the DX electric piano. The next sound is the vintage electric piano. Followed by a soft electric piano. Something interesting to note about that particular sound, when you're wearing headphones, you'll actually hear the sound move between the speakers. The next sound is a phaser electric piano. The next sound we have is the DX Bright. And the last sound in the electric piano group is a tremolo vintage. Within the organ group, you'll find pipe organs and jazz organs. This is the organ principle. Next, we have organ tutti. An interesting thing to note, and adding to the authenticity of the performance, Yamaha automatically turns on and off the touch sensitivity of the keyboard. You'll find this in the organs and the harpsichords. The next sound is the jazz organ 1. Followed by the jazz organ 2. And lastly, we have a mellow organ. The next group is labeled strings. In here you will find the strings, choir, and synth pad sounds. These are the slow strings. Next, we have choir. Followed by the slow choir. And lastly, this is the synth pad. The bass group offers a variety of sounds including acoustic, electric, and fretless. Here's the acoustic bass. The next sound actually layers the acoustic bass with the ride cymbal, giving you a great effect, especially for jazz playing. That's followed by an electric bass. And lastly, we have the fretless bass. The last group is labeled Others, and here you'll find the harpsichord, vibraphone, and guitars. First, we have harpsichord. Now, I'll do that same example using harpsichord 2. This is coupling another octave on top of the harpsichord 1 sound. The next sound is vibraphone. And that's followed by a couple of guitars. Here's the nylon string. And here's the steel string. Next, we have the dual and split functionality for the piano. Dual allows you to take any two sounds and play them together. A very common setting would be piano with strings. And in order to do that, simply press the dual split button. Within the menu, you'll see two different sounds listed, and you can use the cursors to navigate to your selection. Here is grand piano with strings. I'd like to change that to slow strings. Grand piano with slow strings. Next, we can set a split point and have one sound in the right and another in the left. A very common setting would be piano with acoustic bass. Many digital pianos give you the ability to layer or split the keyboard. This piano gives you the ability to do both at the same time. Here's a common setting: grand piano, strings with acoustic bass. I have the grand piano and strings layered in the right and the acoustic bass in the left.